Oh yeah, yeah. Hi, this is Brittany from the Goddess Complex LLC. Okay, I don't have any left. I'm actually sitting here getting coffee. The lighting is not that it's not that good. I'm on the separate side of it, the other side. At least you get to see my face. Um, so what we're gonna end up talking about today? Make sure you check us out. Our app. I'm gonna update it for the month of October. The month of October. And make sure you check out our app. We're gonna have $50 readings. It's showing every pimple I got. But I don't care whether you see my pimples and stuff like that. As long as you know it's not a herpes. Let's see here. Let's see install. Give me just 1 second. Here you go. Oh, you got quite a bit of points. You got 6,200.
It's because I couldn't even use them. Because every time I try refreshing it, I'll be like, oh, this is in September. And I started erasing and I did, and it says to me, it's printed. I won't be able to get the app again to be told lost and everything. So I hit cancel. I said, my granddaughter helped me. She'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about you can walk the young man. She young, Lord, and she know about these computers.
You just have to keep it updated. Ooh,
Okay.
you have to keep it updated.
So when they say update, hit update. Okay. I'm trying to show you something.
Well, we're gonna talk about. I don't like this lighting. Oh, I'm recording. It's okay. So no, you can keep talking. I don't like the lighting whatsoever. It's too much of a shadow. There we go. And you see with the lighting, it's like this, but you're gonna get all hyperpigmentation. But let's do our overall energy, and then we're gonna get into some Memphis tales. And happy October, Psalms 91, and also Psalms 23. We have to approve your snap.
Yeah, because it said, did you?
They're checking in. When we were sitting over
I
here,
remember when we did that.
well, it's just to see if you were approved for snap.
I am.
We got to fill out the application.
Go ahead and finish it.
Okay.
Because next week I'll be free, and then we can get a car right down and get some next week.
Okay. Okay. Mhm. Let's see here. What we're gonna do is our. It's not how I planned it, and I've been trying to pre-plan the live stream the way I can just log into it, but yet I always forget. Shout out to Timmy. Four of Cups energy. So for today is the World card. I don't like this. I don't like this one. I don't like this one either. So this stream is not. It's not working. Today's card, the Lovers. I don't like none of these. But make sure you check out our app. We're gonna have $50 readings this month for the month of October. October. Not sure if I'm gonna carry that special over into Black Friday. You can also enter your chance to read by commenting on the videos. This month of October, you can actually win a 2-hour spiritual coaching session and reading with me, the Goddess Complex LLC. And you can actually do that simply by liking, subscribing, and commenting over here on YouTube, TikTok, and also Instagram and Facebook. One of the biggest thing is going to be the missing persons case. Missing persons case. There's several one. I know there's a young. I remember getting a spiritual insight about a young boy trapped in a house, a white house, with certain fixtures on the outside. I don't think it's here in Memphis, Tennessee, but it is here somewhere in the United States, or not too far from the United States of America. The little boy was trapped in the attic. Something happened to the mother or father, and they passed, and the little boy was in the attic. Also, there was a little girl, and I've been seeing a lot of different things spiritually. I don't know whether you can hear me or not. I've been seeing a lot of different things spiritually that kind of go kind of eerie now that I'm older and more into my gifts and abilities. So our first card out is the Empress, Seven of Wands, and the High Priestess in reverse. Right now, I think you're kind of just you're comfortable and confident in your authority of power. Right now, I feel like, especially if you've been seeing this in your visions, dreams, or even in your projection, I believe that you're kind of in a place where you need to protect yourself, especially in a dream state, and trust your intuition, research, and your insight when it comes to spirituality. I feel like someone's not trusting their spirituality, and I feel like someone's not taking time to actually. So I think you're just very confident in the now and in the moment, and in your promotion or your promotional growth. You've come a long way, and now like I'm sitting big, I'm sitting pretty. Also, King of Swords is here. Someone needs to actually really strategize. They need to strategize and organize their thought pattern and the way they communicate. And I think that's what's being misinterpreted. I think it's more so that, and I think that's what's stopping Four of Pentacles. So we're going to be paying attention to a lot of the missing persons cases. I know when I was a little girl here in Memphis, of course, we have some of everything here spiritually. Everything from the magic community to the religious and spiritual communities, a lot of the voodoo and several other different communities here, spiritual communities here, and especially a lot of the magicians and things of that nature here in Memphis. We also have a lot of other different things. Someone needs to just really analyze and organize their life. Like I said, you're very confident and thorough at what you do. But also, you have the Chariot. And stop paying attention to haters and stuff like that. You're moving away from a lot of different stuff, especially actually analyzing your life and organizing your life. Nine of Swords energy, anything that makes you anxious or it's kind of an old energy, you're moving away from. Especially Two of Swords here is the way you make decisions, the way in what you decide to do. Knave of Cups, and then Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, you need to collaborate with your thoughts and your mind, body, and spirit. Also with good people, especially lovers, Geminis here. It's the Six of Pentacles. And I feel like a lot of this stuff is like a random communication or something that's not that's unscheduled on someone else's end, but more so organized on your end.
I want some steak, potatoes, broccoli and cheese.
Three of Cups energy as well. So you need to celebrate. Literally, I see celebration of life. It's the way you communicate. So you need to make sure you communicate. But there's a lot of things in Memphis that very eerie. And I used to hear all the stories. And we're going to talk about a lot of different ones. And I'm also going to bring up some court cases, like the lady not too far from me. When I grew up in South Memphis, she died on the railroad track. And there's always a rumor and stuff like that. It's really eerie. I hadn't been down there since I was a little kid. We moved, I think, 1998, 99. And it's not too far from, I think that's Olive Street Park. And there's a little railroad track. And you can actually go down the pathways to it. And I remember we were playing on the railroad track, similar to that little movie that everybody, I forgot what's the name of it. I can't remember the name. I never can remember the name of it. And they were playing on the railroad track. And you can see her stocking. Her stocking stayed there for years. She was murdered there. And like I said, her energy still was dominant for a long time. She actually crossed over. I got confirmation about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, that she actually crossed over. She was a prostitute, unfortunately. Or they say she was a prostitute, but I'm going to actually go back and try to find the actual court document. Just like we have the spirits of Atlantis and the extraterrestrial galactic beings and things that come back, even seeing their spirits here in Memphis, because this is part of Atlantis. Of course, you can see them when you're astral projecting, when you're asleep, throughout the certain times of the year. Of course, they come back, and now they don't come back because God crossed them over. But you can see the spirits, especially if you're a star seed of certain beings in the astral spaces and realms. You can also see them in several other different places. But we have everything here from all kinds of spirit animals, everything. You're starting to see everything, especially down south where the spirits are heavy. Um, 50-dollar readings. Like I said, it's not gonna be a long reading today. Um, we're kicking off October. Shout out to my thumbnail. I'm about to actually upload an update. Book and readings. We also have here select other things as well. Then we have a place called Voodoo Village. You know, rumor has it, you actually my sister and them in high school. It's actually a challenge here in Memphis. You have to basically you have to take somebody with you. You cannot go by yourself. There's a certain particular road your car and everything cuts off. It cuts off, and you'll see them come outside. Um, it's not a challenge. It's just something that we don't travel down this particular road here in Memphis, and we respect their community because it's very highly spiritual. And unfortunately, people try to do certain stuff to try to see what it is and stuff like that. But there's a particular road that coincides where this particular part of our city is, and we give them their peace and their respect because, like I said, because voodoo is a religion. Spirituality is a form of praise and worship to God and the elders and ancestors, elements and other different things. It just depends on culturally, everything. But this particular village of people are actually really, to me, they're really cool. They've always been cool here in Memphis. It's one reason, like when we have family and friends, that used to be the thing. Like if we go down this road, the car cut off and them people come out and scare the jeepers out of them. I think they're cool. I've never been able to go. I just, respect people's privacy and everything. But it's weird because it's this particular road you have. Sometimes you have no choice but to go down this road, and it's similar to what you see in the Halloween movies and other movies and things of that nature, horror movies. Someone needs to also it's the way you speak. With your car cut off, everything electronic will cut off. As long as you respect them and their peace and space, they won't bother you whatsoever. They won't bother you. But we call it Voodoo Village. It's a village of people, similar to how they have the Amish. This is a village of very spiritual people. I'm hearing a lot being told what you're not gonna do is lie on their name. Anywho, and your car shuts off, and everybody normally freaks out, but you have to remain really calm. And sometimes you may see them come out, and it's like everybody goes through this kind of experience. It's tradition here in Memphis, And then there's the spirits of the hotels downtown. So there's a lot of different things downtown. I used to work housekeeping at a couple different hotels here in Memphis. Very, very good money if you didn't know that, except for in the winter. Slow down. It slows down in the winter time. And I know I used to find all these coins, and the door slam, the door are open. The blinds are pulled. I remember the blinds pulling, pulling themselves open. And I was like, didn't I close? I normally close the blinds. You'll dust it and then close the blinds. But working at the hotels and stuff, that's another hot spot here in Memphis. The older the hotel, the more paranormal activity you're gonna experience. I remember we were down in even down New Orleans. I remember experiencing something like that. And I'm gonna stop mentioning New Orleans, even though I love New Orleans. We're gonna talk about Memphis. Memphis has a culture. Um, it doesn't rival New Orleans. It's its own spiritual culture. It's its own because it's mixed with the blues, the jazz, the history, the music. Of course, a lot of the spiritual stuff love music. A lot of angels come down here. The angels just always know this is Atlantis. Is a piece of Atlantis here. Atlantis, of course, covers pretty much the whole globe in conjunction to the motherland, because the motherland and Atlantis are the same evolution. Um, but when I tell you, Sun Card, one thing I really love about Memphis is because of the spiritual activity that's here, paranormal activity, supernatural stuff, but also a lot of heaven vortexes. I let a lot of heaven portals open here. A lot of galactic beings come here. A lot of cosmic beings, other world beings come here a lot. Um, just because there's a lot of star seeds here, just because there's a lot of things here. But you can, especially late at night, when you hear dead silence, and you step outside, and you may look at the stars. You may, especially if the moon's out, you'll look at that, and then you'll just stop, and just stare and notice. You can see the spirits. Unfortunately, they did the CERN portals mess here and flipped the gauge underneath the cities of America. We know about all that conspiracy theory now. It's not a conspiracy. And they've used mechanisms and things of that nature. It's a very, very, very spiritual place. Of course, we have cities built on top of cities and things like that. The Underground Railroad is literally here. I was Harriet Tubman in the past life. So I used to roll through here. I really love Queen of Cups energy. I really love the spiritual and the angelic gates that open here in Memphis, especially during certain times of year. Um, unfortunately, being attacked by certain spiritual things kind of cut back on. I cut back on going downtown, but if you go by the river, you can hear the spirits speak. You can hear like the trees and everything talk. So Memphis is very magical. It's a very hidden spot. I've talked about it before. Other people have also talked about it before. It is a form of a hidden jewel or a hidden thing. But it's very beautiful here. Very family oriented. Uh, very single people oriented, but very, very, most people are married here, kids, own a business, minority based city. It's predominantly black and minority based city. Of course, we have a nice Caucasian market, black African American market, but also foreign market. We get a lot of different people from all over the world move here. A lot of them travel here for business and things of that nature. And unfortunately, a lot of them bring a lot of different things here when they travel. So that's another thing. Working at the hotel is just eerie. The elevator. I think it's for me. It's the elevator. The elevator went haywire one day. I kept finding quarters and nickels and dimes Normally, when I kept finding pennies, of course, it's a hotel, you're gonna find stuff, but the way that they were lined up, and normally I check my rooms and stuff like that, just for my tips and stuff like that, just to keep someone from swiping. Swiping, I try to go in, assess the room, and strip it down, and I will go in and get my tip and everything else. But man, oh, excuse me. When I tell you, when I tell you, man, when I tell you, Memphis has like very high spiritual rate. A lot of religious people, a lot of churches, a lot of where there's a church, there's always some spirit, the Holy Spirit. There's always angels. So there's literally a church on every corner, and it's kind of interesting. But there are some dark forces. The devil died in Memphis. It's probably gonna be our next story. So we're gonna talk about that. So this is just a production. You have everything from the old slave plantations. The slaves pop up. Um, I started seeing the slaves hang from trees, especially during my awakening here in Memphis. Um, I know I would see their feet dangle. Wow, it's a lot of different stuff. So I see a lot of different spirits. There's graves everywhere where you see these big clusters of trees and stuff. There's a grave always there. I know we have a grave in our backyard. Like I said, it's just something that comes with everything. Some of these houses were mortuaries, cemeteries, and stuff like that. Um, but when I tell you, oh, take this one. Thank you. Thank you. Mm, but I'm talking about a lot of the spiritual stuff that happened in Memphis,
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
and
I ain't that, but I'm listening to you.
a lot of the spiritual stuff that happened in Memphis. I just don't like this camera angle because the light.
That's what I'm doing. Okay, let's do the next.
Mm,
All right, go there. I ain't saying from that, but that's what I be doing. Oh, okay.
no, I'm saying this.
Okay, give me back there. Go ahead and do what you're doing.
There you go. That's gonna wrap up today's our live chat and podcast. I may come on again later on tonight because I don't like the camera angle. You see in my hyperpigmentation. I don't like it. But I'm beautiful either way. But this is what my face looks like. All right, no makeup. It looks a certain way. But we're gonna go ahead and head out. But there's so many tales and court and like cases and stuff like that. I hate to mix that with the missing people's cases. But here, man, but that voodoo village, I said that's a bucket list thing, but they may kidnap me. They may kidnap me. Very and we respect them here in Memphis. We don't disrespect them. We kind of let them do their thing. And then, but the biggest thing is we have people that come from out of town, their family. Oh, let's go see, and let's go. You're not supposed to poke. That's like poking a bear. But we have similar to how in the desert you may see things. We the spirits around this time come back. Uh, so we're gonna talk about vampires in Memphis next Sunday. We're gonna talk about vampires in Memphis. I may do a preloaded video with a reading, but let me go ahead and shuffle the deck again. So cheers to you guys. Please go to our app, book your reading. Ooh, that's strong. Currently drinking a McDonald's coffee, large, 7 cream, 7 Splenda, with a teaspoon of peppermint extract from McCormick's. That is like really good. But book your $50 readings. We also have other things available. I do flat shipping. Flat shipping. I'm on the post tomorrow in our special announcements. Flat shipping. I charge a flat rate of $9.50. If the price of the United States postal shipping and stuff goes up, then I'll make an update. Like I said, I do flat rate box to ship your stuff unless it is underweight. If it is underweight, then I still charge the same 950 shipping, or I may reduce it to 650 shipping and handling, simply because of the changes, especially when it comes to candles and things like that, things that have weight but also have to be handled fragilely. Um, someone I don't think this is for us. Someone has to speak the truth before they can unlock a Wheel of Fortune moment. You have Ace of Wands here. Ace of Wands here. Someone has to put in action and work to unlock a Wheel of Fortune simply by speaking the truth. It's communication. Sometimes it's a certain way. But, but thank you for watching today's reading. Like I said, wish the lighting was better because you seeing my hyperpigmentation and pimples. But boom. Mm-mm. There's something, there's a truth that needs to be spoken. Someone needs to learn to listen before speaking. And that's gonna stop from being blocked. Somebody's not listening. Mm. 4 of Cups. It's like the universe is trying to get you to listen to something. 4 of Cups energy, and you're not listening. So thank you for watching today's video and listening to today's live chat and podcast. Want to actually have to, because I need more lighting because it's too much of a dark cast. But we'll work on that. But thank you guys for watching today's video. Thank you for watching today's reading as well. We're going to have another podcast over on anchor.com today. Make sure you listen and checking that out as well. Thank you for liking, following, subscribing. Please check out our app, book your readings and your spiritual life coaching. Book your readings and spiritual life coaching. The actual schedule is going to be listed today over on IG and also Facebook and several other places as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Vampires in Memphis is going to be our next one. That's going to be next week. Shout out to all the pregnant women. Archangel Raphael is going to be your best friend. Call on Archangel Raphael. You know, I'm about to be an aunt again, so I'm gonna aunt and I guess a cousin. It was the first. What was it? First or second cousin? I'm about to be a first or second cousin again. As well. Is it first? No, second cousin. Where's the first cousin? I keep forgetting how they do that part when your cousin have children. I think it's second. I'm their second cousin. Let's see here. Make sure you check out Anchor, now known as Spotify listeners. Anchor podcast, Spotify. It's called Spotify listeners over on Spotify. So we're on Spotify, Apple, and Android platforms. We're gonna have a podcast over there. We also have a podcast right here on YouTube, and which also includes the video podcast. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Happy Spookyville! Of course, we're celebrating Day of the Dead, Halloween, and everything this year. But definitely Day of the Dead, October 31st through November 2nd or 3rd.